Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the Dirty Wave M8, where I try and cover a topic in about 5 minutes. I'm still working through Crazed King's request of taking a pattern from one device, currently the OPXY, and getting it into the Dirty Wave M8. Having a few issues trying to get this working, and it really does seem to have something to do with MIDI feedback loops or transport control issues or something. I haven't quite gotten it figured out. I probably will switch over to trying to use a different device to see if I can get it to work better. But in the time being, a couple things I can do. I can play notes on the OPXY, and I can get the notes over here because I have MIDI out going to the MIDI in on the Dirty Wave M8. The M8, even though it's the connected up on this end to get the output, I don't have it connected back to the input on the OPXY for quite yet. I'll show you why in a minute. But yeah, if anybody has any comments or has some solutions or fixes for this, a few of the issues here, I'll show you. But a thing to note is as I play notes here, we can see the M8 is showing it to us. We can kind of hear. It's a very quiet sample. In fact, let's just go turn up the mixer. It'll be fine. So it's just kind of going through a delay. It's nothing like super fancy. Well, but wherever we've got highlighted is currently where it is going to play. So I mean, I could do this. It's fine just if you want to put notes in on your timeline. Not so great if you want to transfer a sequence, because if I start playing this here, it's just going to drop those notes into the same cell. So this is why it would be nice to have transport controls working from the Dirty Wave M8. So when I hit shift and play, it would start bringing them in. Anyway, let's go over a few settings here I've got. So I've got a chain with 4 unique entries in it for phrases. And if I go up into my MIDI settings, I've currently got sync in off. I've got sync out set to clock and transport. And again, I'll show you, like, you can get things triggered, but it just doesn't seem to work. There's nothing here indicating that it's got a soft through or anything set up, or if it is, I am missing it. But I feel like what's happening is we're getting a note over and coming back. That's why I disconnected the USB-C between the two. And over here, if I go to COM and then go into System and down to MIDI, I've currently got clock set to in because I want this to clock from an external device, which is the M8. I've got notes set to out. I've got others set to out. Active track channel is 9 so that it matches the receive note channel 9 here. And then echo off, so we shouldn't be creating a MIDI loop. Now, if I go back to the aux and MIDI channel here, we've got it set to output to 9. And that's why we're getting MIDI from the OPXY over. Now, what I've had to do is if I set the metronome the same, so I've got 96 BPM here and 96 there. If I go back to this chain and start here, I can actually, I don't have to be in this page, but if I hit shift and play and then play on the OPXY at the same time, it'll record the notes in. So if I come over here, you're gonna see it misses the first one. I haven't figured out why it does that quite yet, but we'll get it when it loops back around. So we now get that first note. So I can hit stop here. I don't need the OPXY playing anymore. If you let it play, it'll just kind of keep overwriting the notes, which I guess is fine. But this does get us the pattern over here. And we can do things like, I'm going to stop it. Let's go delete all of these again. And we can even make this a little bit more complicated. So that we'll have a little bit more here. So I'm just going to delete this first note. We don't need it. And again, shift play, and I'm just holding shift. When I hit play, I'm just going to hit both at the same time. I guess I hit this one a tiny bit later, which is why we got that first note. So we can see it's just putting the notes in, and it's just going to overwrite whatever's there. So if you already have the same event, it's okay to let this keep running, but we can hit stop now. There's no reason to keep sending the MIDI notes over, but we can see they have been populated into the M8. So it does work. Now, this is where I want to show you if I take this cable, which is going to have clock and transport control, I don't have any, it's not sending anything out over MIDI other than clock and transport. But if we come in, let's go, whoops, I'm going over, we'll create a new 61 here. I'm just spacing it away so it doesn't loop back. And then just double tap edit. Actually, let's go, we'll make all unique. So we'll go 7, 8, 9, and then A is 10. So we have 4 new patterns. We start from the beginning. And if I hold shift and then if I hit play, actually, because we're sending transport control, you're going to see it move the playhead. But when I hit play, it's moving the playhead, but it's not sending any of the MIDI over. And I don't know what causes this. There's something wrong, but you can see it was like moving the playhead here and it's sending it. But the problem we're now in is no matter what I hit to play, it's not sending any notes to the M8. I don't know why it's doing this. I can disconnect this MIDI in. Still doesn't help. If I disconnect the MIDI out from the OPXY and plug it back in, it doesn't help. If I plug in the USB-C, it's just not sending it, and I haven't been able to figure out why it's doing this. The only way I've been able to get this fixed is to turn off the OPXY and turn it back on. So, as I said, I'm not totally sure, but you can see, I mean, like, I can play now, which is good, but I don't know what is causing this to kind of explode like this, where I have to completely turn off the OPXY and turn it back on to get it working. I will probably do another video using a different instrument and see if I can get that to work, but beyond that, I'm not totally sure what the issue or problem is. So as I said, if anybody's got any comments to drop in below, feel free. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep playing with this, and eventually I will get this figured out. So thanks for the question, Crazed King. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.